Aquarius, April is all about you. All the dreams you've been having, the plans you've been making, April is going to be the month for you. And there is going to be an unexpected twist coming in for you that I think a lot of you are actually going to like. But let's take a look at the sun, moon, and rising sign of Aquarius. Now, Aquarius, we know you've been through everything from one spectrum to the other and probably back down and back and forth because of who you are and what you represent here in this time frame of our existence on earth. This is all about you standing into a leadership position where you are finally going to have all eyes on you. We're going to look at your foundation and everything that you've been through in just a moment. It'll be a little bit about your background, and then we're going into your foundation, present and future, family and friends, and romance. We have the 10 of Swords, and this is what I mean. You've been through all of these different things that have left you hurt, overtaken, taken advantage of, and all of this, and you've been able to pick yourself up. You are the example that people look to. You can take somebody and lead them into this upward slope while you still stay down. This is something that you are a master at in helping other people. But what you didn't know how to do because of all of this, because of this pain, this anger, this guilt, whatever was going on, that you had to go through this whole transformation process. This has made you become more confident, more stable and grounded. This balanced energy that I feel coming from our Aquarians in the month of April is incredible. It's that moment that you've been wondering, is it ever going to happen? Am I going to take where I'm at and go forward? It doesn't matter where you're at in your life, whether you're homeless, whether you are mid-level, whether you already feel like you're succeeding. There has been a stagnation of energy that has made people kind of feel weighted down. And some people can still get up and go to work, okay? And others, they just allowed the energy to go through. So this is a time for you to say, no more of this. This is gone. This is ended. Remember, after the 10 of Swords, after all of this that you've been through comes the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords is about truth, justice. This is about your new beginning that is built from authentic self. So it's what it is you want. It isn't about anybody else. It's only about you. So this is a period of time that you're going to absolutely love. Now, the overall energy for you is two cards that came out. Now, we have the Three of Wands. This is planning, preparing, waiting for all of the seeds that you planted between January, February, and early March, and they're going to come through. I'm recording this at the end of March. I'm recording this when all the planets are changing, and it is a lot of heavy energy again, but you've mastered it, and it's time for you to get on your horse. So if you've been lying down feeling like, oh, wait. Okay. And a lot of people, I don't know if you read my post that I just put on my newsletter on Substack. A lot of energy that people are going through is like, you want to lay down, you're doing the right thing, but it doesn't feel right anymore. There's this indecisive energy going on because we have this option, this choice. And that's what I said for the March reading was you had a choice to make, go this way or this way. So this is a really big month where you're making that decision. You've already made that decision. You've already started. So if you're traveling, you've already started to make those plans, and we're going to look at everything else. Let's look at your foundation because this is very powerful energy. The plans, the dreams that you've been trying to get to come true are actually going to come true. But some of you are still in a little bit of inner conflict. The Five of Wands is saying the doubt. That's what I'm hearing is a doubt. And I'm not alone today. You may see an orb blow through on the screen. I hope you guys do that for Aquarians. You guys will love it. It's very cool. I just did Scorpio reading in it, and they did it twice. But there's just this really beautiful power inside of you. And again, I feel it has everything to do with the shifts that we're going through. If you're watching too much social media, cut it back. It doesn't mean you don't have to watch it at all. Just cut it back a little bit so that you can recalibrate, because the energy's starting to lift. I don't know if you can feel it, but the energy's starting to lift a little bit, and it's actually feeling more light, a little bit more airy. Not necessarily for the entire day and night, but you'll feel it in larger increments. Some of you may already be past that and it didn't phase you at all. This inner conflict in your foundation is your home, it's your finances, career, it's your investments, it's the family around you, it's just life in general. Everything that you call upon yourself as this is my life, there's conflicts in there. And I feel for some of you, the vision that I'm seeing, Aquarius, is there's somebody around you that's causing you conflicts. I feel this is somebody you know. Obviously, this is not going to be for all of you. Let me know if this is for you. This is somebody you know, a family or friend. They have very feminine energy. Um, and there's something about this person that they really do kind of comfort you. Not that you need it very often, you're more inward. Even if you're external, which most Aquarians aren't, there's this, you're a leader, but you do it when you need to do it. You get on camera when you need to get on camera, right? There's this power that's coming through where you're going to look up and all of a sudden you're just going to go, oh, I know who you are. It's like the mask is going to come off. This person I feel is messing with you. They may be saying things in your head. They may be creating conflict. This could be your partner, your own family saying, why do you want to move? That's stupid. Why do you want to do that business? When I started this, my family said, why are you doing that? No, you can't do that. You can't do that. And then when they saw what I was doing, they were like, oh my God, you're really helping people. It's like, yeah. And so I feel that that's one of those things. Look what came out for you, the Ace of Swords. So that new beginning is in your foundation, and your foundation is everything. All your plans, all your dreams, your future is getting ready to move into a new direction. Whether you're in the same location, although I feel a lot of you are actually planning on relocating, not necessarily far away. Um, if you're not leaving, there may be somebody in the household that is leaving, but there's a new beginning that is, it's about you. This is about you. I speak the truth and I am proud of the truth that I speak. I know you may not like hearing the truth, but that is the truth. And that is what a real friend should do, is tell the truth. And we've been living in an area of our lives where we have to tell our friend, yeah, you look good in that dress. And you know they don't look good in that dress. And it eats you up inside because you lied. And I'm not saying that all Aquarians tell the truth. Obviously, no human being always tells the truth. Some of you do most of the time, but there's something about that energy where it's going to come across as not condescending, or it's about power, but in a way that's going to be received really well by whoever you're sharing this power with. This is coming from inside, from your balance chakra area, from everything, from your aura, your appearance, everything about you is getting ready to just glow up, and it is going to be really beautiful. This is a long overdue time for you. I know some of you may have gone up and then just gone down, or may have gone up and just been stuck for a while. This is powerful when it comes to your foundation. Now, I do see some of you are getting into automated system. You're getting into social media. This could be forming a platform like what I'm doing. I'm bringing tarot in, by the way. That's going to be up in the next week in the membership, where we work together on. It's going to be super fun. Um, I'll talk more about it later. I feel like you're creating images because you guys are very artistic. You're very creative. Aquarians are extremely innovative people. You're the deep thinker. You're the one who can invent things, and somebody usually steals the invention away from you and takes the concept away from you. And you're like going, wait a minute, that was my idea. That's all in the past. This is about recognition for you. This is you standing true in yourself. Whatever it is, I do see some of you marching. I don't want to go into any more detail than that, but you are marching in with a group of people. You may become a public activist, especially if it has to do with animals or nature. This is the environment. This could be cleaning the ocean. It could be a variety of different things. Whatever it is all about you. You are standing in your true self. That is the most powerful position you can be in as an Aquarius. So your foundation is getting ready to become more stable. Things are going to come to you a little bit more easily. And if they already are, they're going to come even faster. This is allowing the universe to bring things in, not after a lot of work. This is after a lot of really hard work. This is investing all of your time and energy in a direction to build this new foundation, to overcome that Five of Wands energy, to get the conflict out of your head, to get the people away from you and close the doors and say, leave me alone. I want to get lost in my head. Now, meditation is a great way to do it. I know some of you do it, but a lot of you don't, and that's okay too. You don't have to do it. Whatever method you use to get grounded, go to my Substack. I have this beautiful frequencies. I have music made for you guys. It's free on my newsletters. Sign up. The link's in here. It's in the description box. Use that to help you sleep, and it's going to open up your chakras. It's going to open up creativity, ideas. So if you're stuck, this may very well be the way to get unstuck. There's something very powerful when it comes to your money. You're working at investing your money in different areas. I see some of you are taking it here and moving it here. Nope, then you're splitting it. Okay, it's like you're moving it around, but a little conflict there. That might be the whole conflict card. Maybe that in itself. Where do I put my money? How do I disperse it? How do I move it around? But you're going to find a way to do this, and it's going to be very advantageous is the word that I'm hearing. Now, some of you, I feel, are actually looking at, well, I'm seeing a park, and it does look like a wedding. Sorry, I dropped a card. I got to stand up. I know. I should just leave it there for you guys, right? Like, don't worry about it, but it's important. It was very important. You got the Four of Swords. Notice how it fell on the floor, right? That's what I mean. That energy of relaxation, rest, and getting rejuvenated. That's what is coming in for you. But whatever this is, I see there's like this park. You may be opening up a park where people, I'm seeing a wedding. I'm seeing a celebration. You may be starting your own business where you are becoming a wedding consultant, a bride guide is what I'm hearing, a bride guide. It could be so many different things. Make sure that you are really focused and paying attention on this, whatever you're invested in. If you're retired, it doesn't matter. You could be trying to build a park as a community gesture out of your heart, putting together an event, putting together something that's benefiting other people. It's a very heavy energy of contribution to humanity. That's what I'm feeling for a lot of you. If you've been thinking about doing something to help out your local community, this may be the reading. So listen to it at least a couple times. Now, some of you, when it comes to your relationships, this energy, the Ten of Swords, the Five of Wands energy, even this Four of Swords, these are energies that can be considered very, very negative, almost passive aggressive. So you may have a family member who is passive aggressive around you. Sometimes they're very supportive, sometimes they're not, where they leave you going, wait, what? Wait, did you mean that in a bad way? You might be dealing with a major, massive manipulator, and this passive aggressive energy is really affecting you. They could very well be the Queen of Pentacles, an Earth sign, a Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn. But one thing about it is this person, I feel that they feel they have a sense of, they feel that they're better than you are. There's something negative about this Queen of Pentacles that it may be the person right here, okay? They may have done things. This could be your own parent, where there's been, oh, I'm seeing 10. There may be a 10-year separation. You may not have spoke or been on the outskirts for about 10 years, not months. It could be for some of you, but I am seeing 10. All right, it's not 10 hours. That's not what I'm talking about. This is heavy. This goes deep, where it may have really created all of this Ten of Swords energy. This individual is very smart. They're very good with money. They may have flipped you upside down. They may have borrowed money or vice versa. There is something to do with actual financial gain and loss involved with this person. I feel they're going to try and talk to you. All right, this particular individual is going to come in and talk to you. They may have had the story wrong. There was another person in this vision that I'm seeing. There was another person, a third party, that was involved in this, where they were talking to them and you didn't know it. And I know a lot of you have experienced that. So put a comment in there. Been there. That's all you need to put in the comment. Been there. All right. I'll know what you're talking about. It's like, I've been there. I've done that. Right. And through this whole thing, that's what actually created your life to change. That's what forced you into release, transformation, and moving forward. You have the Six of Swords. You're moving into a little bit calmer water. This is very nice. I feel that there is going to be a reconciling with them. I don't feel it's going to be in the month of April. This may be just a beginning note when it comes to this particular situation. Now, again, you may be watching this with your son-in-law or your husband's family, but you are definitely part of what's going on. Just know that there will be a conflict resolve, probably closer between June and September. All right. And I feel that it's not going to be one of those that you aren't going to want to invest, or you will. Okay. This is somebody, there is definitely love, a very grounded energy that it used to be, but something happened to really flip this upside down. You have the Nine of Wands. And that Nine of Wands is they wore you out. And some of you are feeling worn out. It coincides with what I said earlier. Your family is wearing you out. Whoever this person is, especially if they're older than you, there's an age difference between you, definitely feeling worn out. It's like, I got to go. I got to go on a trip. I got to move. I got to get out of this environment. They are watching you. They don't want you to go. Okay. This is, I feel, a different group. They not with directly with the Queen of Pentacles that I just read on. This is a new group where it's like they're watching you. They're watching everything you're doing. They can feel Aquarius is getting ready to make a change, a breakthrough. Okay, because that's what I feel a lot of you. It's like a breakthrough, like pop up out of a one of those boxes where the thing pops up. Whatever that's called. I don't remember what that's called. They want to know everything about you. It again is not a very good energy. You still have somebody lingering around that is causing the conflict. So it's time for you to cut those people off. You have the Queen of Swords. They could be a Libra, a Gemini, or a fellow Aquarian that you're dealing with. But the Queen of Swords energy is somebody who has been through hell and back again. They have been through this, and now they are rising into this. That's the Queen of Swords, and that's you. This is you. You've been through everything. You learn how to adapt as things change. You also learned in the process the good things, but you learned how to not be tight with people. You don't really let them in. It's more of a shallow kind of a relationship with a lot of people because you didn't trust them because of all of these types of energies. But now it's changing. See, the Queen of Swords learns how to trust herself. You don't ever have to feel like, can I trust them? You're just going to look and you're going to know. Your senses are going to grow even more. Right now, during this time, you're going to be blown away in the month of April. You're going to hear things. You're going to hear voices. I heard my son go, "Hi, Mom." I'm like, what the hell? Where'd that come from? Right? And you're just going to have more telepathic information. You know, my friend, when I had my youngest son, I have 4 children, right? Adult children. But my youngest son, there were complications with it. And the guy gave me an epidural. I wanted an epidural. I had one natural. I said, never again. It was like so much pain. But anyway, he gave me an epidural and he laid me down. And I said, are you supposed to lay me down? Because I couldn't remember that happening. And he goes, oh yeah, you'll be fine. Well, what it is it made my entire body numb. I couldn't move. I couldn't talk. I couldn't do anything. I was just laying there. And my friend was there, and she and I had telepathic communication. There were complications with my son. There were things that were going on. I couldn't say or do anything. I couldn't move. And I would look at her, and in whatever I was thinking, she would walk over and say, she literally, we were on the same wavelength. So she helped me through that whole situation. That's what I feel a lot of you are going to be having, this beautiful telepathic communication. You may be starting your own business, okay? And it could be with a family or friend coming through. This Queen of Swords is cutting out anybody. You may have already cut this individual out, all right? You are strong and powerful. We have two queens on the board when it comes to family and friends. So you are around very impressive and powerful people. It doesn't matter what they do for a living or how much they have in their bank account. It matters how good they are with convincing other people with their communication skills. This Queen of Swords can communicate. This Queen of Pentacles can take something little and turn it into something amazing. These are two powerful people around you. So I feel that with one of them, not two, some of you are going to connect with that family member and actually make changes that are going to benefit both of you. Very positive energy from one of these two. I feel it's from the Queen of Swords, or King of Swords. I keep saying Queen, King. Okay, the King of Swords. Forgive me. I know I'm probably going to have 8 messages. Don't put there. Erase your comment. I corrected it. Very powerful energy. And remember, when the sword is up in the tarot itself, when the sword is up, the communication's back on. You're able to communicate. This would be the telepathic communication that I'm talking about. Aquarius, all of your plans or dreams are coming true. It may actually be with one of your friends or family members that are going to help you, whether it be directly or indirectly. They're going to help you bring it to fruition. Somebody's walking in and saying, I'm so sorry, Aquarius. I thought it was something else. I feel heavy Pisces energy with this individual, because you do have a lot of people around you in the month of April. This is somebody that may have been daydreaming. They may have been thinking something that wasn't real. Again, I'm seeing somebody whispering in the background. So I feel for some of you, you had one person that was the instigator that went to this one. They're like a gossiper. They went to this one and said something, and then they went to that one and said something. Whisper, whisper, whisper in their ear. Even though you're not around them, I feel that their energy is still around you. And this is the time to do a cord cutting ceremony. I have the cord cutting ceremony. You can reach out to me. If you can't find it on here, you can look up cord cutting ceremony in my description for my videos and probably find it there. This person right here is, they love you. They're different. I feel this is somebody who was younger. This may be an adult child who is gone, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, possibly. But this individual is literally marching in and saying, I love you. I feel they're a daydreamer. They dream big. Like they dream bigger than most people can, but they don't know how to get it from the dream into reality. They may overshare with people, overgive to people, not realizing that what they're doing is actually causing a lot of problems in their life, and they took it out on you. For some of you, for others of you, this is your child saying, I'm on your side. So this is quite an extensive reading on family and friends, because I feel that you've got people coming back. The starting energy is in the month of April. It will continue through April, May, and June. And then again, it's going to pick up in the latter part of the year. And those are the ones you really want to watch out for, those later on down the road. But let's pull some cards on romance. Some of you are dealing with a romantic partner that very well may be this Knight of Cups. Okay, this Knight of Cups energy. A dreamer. They're romantic in idea, in a concept, but not necessarily in reality. You're going to put an end to that. You're leaving a relationship. Some of you might change the relationship. You may be able to fix it, but I'm seeing Aquarius going, I'm done. You never buy me the flowers. You don't keep your promises. You know, everything you say is very childlike. I feel that that's the individual that this group is dealing with. Obviously, it's going to be different for all of you, but I do feel there's an ending coming in for a group of you guys. But it's going to be the catalyst that brings in all these new opportunities. That may be very well for some of you. That is going to turn into the Ace of Swords. That's the courage and strength that it takes to get on the Knight of Wands in the beginning of the reading, right? The Knight of Wands. Fearless. Knights are fearless. This is you saying, I'm in charge, I am in control, but I'm going to allow things to just kind of flow and I'll find a way around it because you're so good at doing that. This is fearless. So whatever's going on with that particular situation, even though the Five of Pentacles has come out with it, a lack of attention, a lack of love, a lack of financial stability, a lack of communication. I just feel this relationship is done. All right. You may be starting the process in April. For a lot of you, I feel it's going to be more toward May, possibly even June. But I think you're going to do it in May. It depends on what side of the world you're on. Let me know what country you guys are in. I really want to see those comments on where we're connecting from. All right, that's a heavy one right there. Now there's another group of you. The vision that I'm seeing is unheard. You may feel unheard, or at one point in time, you and your partner, you just didn't get along. There's that sense of being unheard, misunderstood. And your partner may actually, I feel they just tune you out. I don't feel that they actually are mean. I feel they just tune you out. Now you have the Four of Cups energy, and this is somebody who goes into a daydream. You see they're focused on what's coming down here, not on the offers, the opportunities here, focused here. You may be in a relationship right now getting some offers from other people, but you're daydreaming and not even paying attention to that. All right, so I feel this is possibly you. But for the majority of you in this vision, it's your partner. They're the daydreamer. They're the one that they talk the talk but don't walk they don't walk the path. They don't know how to follow through with things. This Knight of Cups energy, very childlike. And I feel it's more of an attention span than it is anything else. Like they can't keep in rhythm, kind of like how I'm hesitating as I speak in this section of the reading. That's what I feel they do. It's like they kind of lose focus and come back, and you know, they love you and then come back. It's like they kind of are all over the place. They are a dreamer. They're a daydreamer, and daydreamers are fun. They can be a lot of fun. They can be very exciting and at times possibly be romantic. But for the most part, if you're with a daydreamer, life is boring when you're with a daydreamer because they don't contribute to the relationship. Can it be fixed? There is a chance that it can be fixed, obviously. But I don't feel a lot of you are going to want to put too much effort. Doesn't mean that you're going to leave. I just don't feel that you're going to put a lot of effort. We do have the King of Swords here. Again, the King of Swords. So relating back to the King of Swords in the friends and family section, this may be your partner. All right, a heavy burden because they're a daydreamer. You had these two cards, the Nine of Wands and the King of Swords that I kept calling the Queen. They're a daydreamer. All right, so Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini energy. Now, the King of Swords does represent legal confrontation. You may be hiring an attorney. There may be I'm hearing the word default. You may have put a legal boundary. I'm hearing the word boundary, so I feel like this is a legal action in place and they're in default on that, and you're just kicking back waiting for that to come through. This is for probably another group. It could be the same one. Default. They're in default. I feel this King of Swords, whoever this individual is, they're very abrasive when they talk to you. They don't share. They don't open up their feelings. They're always off in another mindset. They don't have a lot of empathy, um, and they refuse your love is what I just heard. So whether you've started paperwork or not, you're definitely going to have some work in that relationship. And that may be all of the vision that I see or part of it. Some of you are single and you're wondering, maybe you're not wondering. You might be like in a space where I'm good. Okay, I'm good. Maybe someday in the future, but right now I'm good. You're going to meet somebody, and I think I've been saying this for a while. You have the Six of Pentacles. You're going to meet somebody. You see, the love of our life comes in, the true love of our life comes when we are in love with us. And I'm not saying from ego, when we are in love with us from an open heart space, completely different energy. The ego, that is of earth, that's materialism, that has nothing to do with you and your authentic self. The heart center is where everything is created. Every person is heart-centered. Some people have been hurt, so they close their heart off. Other people, they keep their heart open. It just depends on what's going on. You know what I'm talking about because you guys have been through it. The Six of Pentacles is you're going to meet somebody that gives and takes in equality with you. They see you as their equal. They see you as you give, they give, you give, they give, back and forth, reciprocity, equal balance in the way that you contribute to things. You guys go out and you go out on a date. You pay for coffee one time, they pay for dinner the next time, you pay for the movies, back and forth, this kind of energy. But it's coming from both of you from a place of being genuine, from heart centered, from balanced energy. This is going to be a really wonderful experience. I don't think it's going to go super fast. I think it's going to go a little bit slower. And you may not even see them as a romantic partner right away, but it will turn into that if you are ready. You have the Nine of Wands, and this is you being worn out. For some of you who are not looking for love, you're just worn out. Okay, I'm so worn out from all of the toxic, unhealthy relationships. I wasn't ready. They weren't ready. We both were at each other's throats, whatever it was, right? It's like you've been through so much. You're like, I don't know if I want to do this. But yet, this person is going to be, it's okay. I get it. I've been there. I've been there, Aquarius. I understand where you're coming from, and they're going to be wonderful to you. You need to take a step back. They're going to let you. They're going to let you take a step back. They're going to give you space, and hopefully you do call them back periodically whenever you're thinking about them. Remember, telepathic communication is going to be on an overall high. By the end of the year, a lot of people are just going to be boop, 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 boop. Like how I said, I heard my son. You may have that ability with this individual. Now, that's a lot of reading. That's a lot of messages. I tried to give as much for our Aquarians as we can because there's so many different ones of you. Each and every one of you are coming to a place of blossoming into your full authentic self, your most powerful self within. No matter what you do, whether you're retired, a stay-at-home person, marching in a line of people, teaching, whatever you're doing, you are taking the leadership role. Even if you're alone, you are your own leader and you're doing a great job of it. So whatever happened in the past is literally gone right now. And my guides are saying that this is the time for you to really buckle up because things are getting ready to change and they are going to change for the better. Now, the card that came out for you is the card of hate. You may have some old issues that you dealt with where that word was used. The feelings were there. I feel this has a lot more to do with anger and fear than actually the what we call the opposite of love. That's not hate. Hate comes from a really negative place. Those are the people that stabbed you in the back. So there is some fear and apprehension in a lot of you, but plenty of you have overcome that. And maybe you overcame it in baby steps. Maybe you've gone so far and then you stopped. And right now, this little break, this little heaviness that is keeping people like, I think I want to watch the ocean. That's all I want to do. I want to watch the ocean. You see me post the pictures of the birds that come out every morning. I want to hang out with the birds. It's beautiful, but when I go for a walk, it's like I want I want to pet a dog. And then all of a sudden, this little doggy walks up to me, like the parents are going, the mom's like, wait, wait, all in Spanish. I try to talk to the dog in Spanish, but they understand me in English. The point is everything that you've been through, overcoming the fear, is what's changing your path. Each time you take a step to break through that fear, you grow. And this is a month where your plans and your dreams are going to come true because you're crossing into a new territory. Some of you are expanding, you're doing something very different. I don't care if you are 65 years old and you're going to go skydiving. It's like you obviously you need to make sure you're in that position, but doing something daring, that's exciting, and it stimulates you. It creates that passion underneath you. So in your plans, make sure you have something in there that is going to stimulate you, excite you, and get you turned on to life and living freely again. So you guys, I love you so much. Have a great month.